Welcome back to part 2 of our mage deck. Play on curve, Rhapsody, play on curve. Hang on, let's fix this camera up. That's looking better. It's going well. It is going well, I'm not gonna lie. We've already completed both of the dominance quests that I wanted to get done. Apparently I have a difficulty saying the word quests. It's the STS. It's too much.
Jaina versus Jaina.
I think one of the big failings is we don't have board clear, so we have to play like strong tempo and control. I love the water elemental, but do I love it enough to keep it? I think the answer is definitely yes. That's a bit of a rough start. Alright. Oh, that's not good. I wonder if my opponent tries to defend it with, like, I want to say mirror images and stuff like that. Or if they Dennis my face with a Frostbolt to get an extra damage in. Hop, unstable portal. That could easily just bring out another minion onto the field as well, and that's kind of lame. Okay, so apparently that minion does not cost 3 or less. Otherwise it would have been playable last turn. On 0 mana. So it could cost 6 and it could come out this turn and then I'm fucked. I'm hoping to coin out Water Elemental into a natural Water Elemental as just like an amazing curve. Okay. Because the earlier you get a Water Elemental out, the way better it is. Because at this point, it will kill almost anything played, or at that point that it was played, it will kill anything that was played. Okay. Excuse me. That's weird. Can't wait for Ogre Magi Cone of Cold, it's way too late.
Your magic shall not.
Oh my god, why are you silencing all of my fucking water elementals? Have you got weapons in hand that I'm not aware of? And especially, why are you going for face? I think I have to just continue developing minions. I think trying to use Cone of Cold in that situation and holding off was going to be a dumb idea. Plus, I had the coin, so my opponent doesn't have Flame Strike this turn. If they clear this turn, it tells me things about their deck. Terrible things. Oh, hit the face, hit the face, hit the face, hit the face, hit the face. No! Hit the face! Hit the face! You fucker! That's primarily to save my 4-2 from dying. Because if my opponent has to use an extra card to try and kill my 4-2, then that would be totally worth it. Next turn, we hit the point where I can play a Spider Tank and the Goblin Blast Mage in the same turn. Ooh. Can't wait to get the Water Elemental out next turn, because it's not going to die to Flame Strike. Plus, I have a sticky minion that's not going to die to Flame Strike. That's the 1-2 that summons 2 1-1s on death, the Haunted Creeper. It's pretty good. And if my opponent summons anything, I'm just going to trade my minions off, so their Flame Strike is suddenly useless.
No, take candle.
Okay. I'll trade a 4-1 into a 2-2. And the reason I'm going to do that is because my board is now Flamestrike proof. If I traded my 1/1 plus a hero power into it, right, I would get a 1/1, a 1/1, a 4/1, and then whatever other minions I cast. Flamestrike, Blizzard, Arcane Intellect, Arcane Missiles, an incredible amount of things just ruin that board. So I'm not interested in that. Chugga, 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 chugga. I have no reason to play anything this turn. I don't know what that secret is, and I don't want to give my opponent a 4/4. Plus, next turn I have Azure Drake Cone of Gold.
What to do?
Fireball?
What to do?
Yep. Oh, where's your Flamestrike gone? I'm a dick. First, we test for Vaporize. Ice Barrier. Excellent. Copy? Yeah. It trays against Ascension Shieldmaster because it gets hit and then gets pinged and then I ping back, so even trade. I just gave my opponent a 3 mana 4/4. I didn't have any other minions in hand I wanted to give my opponent though. It's the exact same, for my opponent, it's the exact same as getting an Ogre Magi, right? It's a 4/4 with spell damage +1, because they don't get the Battlecry effect from it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I've got enough cards to shut down the game. Does my opponent have the good cards to respond? That's a good card to respond with, and it's definitely a good card to respond with. If this is removal, then my opponent's actually ahead. Yeah, it is. I mean, they're ahead on the board at least. It's 2 fireballs they've had to divert. Having to divert 2 fireballs from face in order for removal, especially on minions that weren't actually super big, it's really good for me. Yeah, I can't try and play around my opponent top decking. I can't try and play around my opponent possibly top decking, whatchamacallit, mind control tech. I probably should have played around them top decking Flamestrike though. Do I get punished? No, Flamestrike is not a targetable spell.
Your magic shall not save.
Ooh, scary. Untargetables. It's the fun about them. They're untargetable. Ooh, I start off with an Arcane Intellect. Give me that Spider Tank. And the game is over. We severely outvalued our opponent. And they need to top deck Flamestrike in order to have a chance to win. They Flamestrike, they ping the Stranglethorn Tiger, and then I have a 1/1, a 1/1, and a 4/1. And then I just continue flooding the board and attacking face. Oh, ping Flamestrike? Is that what's gonna go on? Oh, it's a Blizzard.
Get behind me.
Are they going to top deck a Flame Strike to follow up the Blizzard in order to remove the minions that were previously untargetable? That's going to be hilarious. Let me tell you. That will be absolutely hilarious. I'll laugh. We'll all laugh. Have a great time. This is untargetable, so I think it's actually more important to keep alive. Okay. Here we go. Well played.
Well played.
That's 5-0 thus far. When do I cut to a part 3? I'm getting ahead of myself though, of course. I could easily just lose 3 matches in a row, which, let's face it, not extremely unlikely. Oh, it's another mage. Oh, baby.
You asked for it. My magic will tear
Since
you
I'm going
apart.
second, I might keep... In fact, I will keep Water Elemental. Is that wrong? It is, because I have 3 in my deck. So I can almost... I can semi-reliably top deck 1 by the time I need it. Whereas I need to search for a 2-drop. You might notice what happened with that. Searching for a 2-drop there. Looks like everyone's already pre-ordered Blackrock Mountain. That's what this card back is, by the way. For pre-ordering Blackrock Mountain. I might do that. I'm obviously not going to be buying the wings with gold, considering I'm on, what, 140 at the moment? Yeah, I lost too much gold doing throwing runs. That's why I'm not taking so many throwing runs right now. Because, you know, they pretty much always end in, you know, 3 or less wins. And then it's kind of demoralizing, makes me like the game a little less, and then kind of sucks away all of the funds that I have to do other runs. And if you're wondering what the definition of a throwing run is, it's any run that, you know, has restrictions that might end up in me having to lose the game in order to fulfill the restrictions. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to coin a 3 as a 2. Yeah, Spider Tank is fine against that, I guess. I mean, it's kind of sad, because it means that Spider Tank, my only mech in the entire deck, is already played, which means that I'm not going to get the Blast Mage value, but, yeah, that's the risk that we took when drafting that Blast Mage. Fuck that. So my opponent has to use 2 of their mana to ping this turn. Ugh. Lame. So that slows down their tempo. I've just got to hope they don't have another 2-drop. That probably attacks the 1/4 if I had to guess. Okay, so I might actually deviate from my play, and that'll be... Really? This just gets me a little value over the top of my opponent. Just a little. But it also means that the Water Elemental, which was so fucking crucial, is not going to be cast on curve. Like it evidently needs to be. I think that's kind of the best play I can make against that. I've got to hope that my opponent only gets to play, like, they ping... Oh my fucking god! Wow. This guy is the Water Elemental Lord. I'm supposed to be the Water Elemental Lord. God damn. Alright, don't drop a 7. 10 creepers. Yes. I guess okay. Now I just want to be able to silence this. That would be amazing. Ogre Magi Frostbolt is not enough. So I attack there. Ogre Magi Frostbolt this. Then hold, I guess? Oh shit. I'm gonna get Flamestruck. Totally didn't even think about it. I'm real bad.
If I roll knee.
I'm not good at the game. I don't care if I don't get Flamestruck, I deserve to be. Okay.
Crush! No, smash!
Okay, I'm gonna give my opponent too many targets to hit with their ping, because they didn't Flamestrike last turn, so I'm hoping that they don't have it. Hope with me. This is the all-in. If I get Flamestruck, I lose the game. I should probably just concede at that point, but even if I get, fuck, Cone of Cold does it, Arcane Intellect. Oh, they don't have it! They don't have it! I gave them too many targets with 1 health to ping. So a lot of them get to survive. They don't have board clear in hand. That's really interesting to know. Now I get to trade all of my board clear, all of my guys off of value. That's really good.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Okay, there goes my 2, and then my 1/1.
Tadingo!
I don't believe that you have Flamestrike unless you just top decked it, in which case. But I don't think you have it. I don't even think you have Blizzard. If that's a Flamestrike, I am severely surprised, and I'm quite impressed. The restriction it takes to not use a Flamestrike against the perfect board to Flamestrike. Okay, you could have just drawn Flamestrike as well. Did not know that you had a 2 draw, but that's, yeah. It's the nature of the game, I guess. It's the belly of the beast. Yes! Okay.
For the crusade!
Mana Worm, Azure Drake, Frostbolt plus ping costs me 10 mana. No, 9. No, 10 mana. Cost me 10 mana. And I would have 2 plus spell damage on the Frostbolt. Or at least 1. It depends on whether the Azure Drake dies this turn.
What to do? What to do?
So the only card that can be Flamestrike is this one. Because you still would have Flamestruck last turn if you had it. I didn't play around Flamestrike, and it might win me the game. Now, the interesting thing about Scarlet Crusader is that, are you going to play nothing this turn? Okay, never mind. Interesting thing about Scarlet Crusader is that you need to ping it and flame strike it in order to kill it. And that's the same with the 3-5. With anything with, 5, basically. Alright, no MCT. No MCT. Unstable Portal summons an MCT. Is that going to be MCT from the top deck from the Unstable Portal? That would be hilarious. That's not an MCT then. You don't lower the value of your opponent's minion before trying to steal one.
Well played.
Well played.
Well played.
So that's 6-0. I should have been punished for not playing around Flame Strike or Board Clear, but then at a certain point I realized there was no board clear to be had, so I just went all for it and got rewarded for that. Six and 0. I'm pretty proud of this run so far. I'm speaking way too soon, but even if we just end at 6, I'm okay with that.
Let the hunt begin.
You asked
Not
for
a
it.
good hand. Yeah, definitely not a good hand. This all has to go back. Oh, fuck. With 8 early drops, mulliganing 4 and getting 4 more really shitty it's a low chance to have that happen. Kind of disappointed. I need my opponent to have a pretty slow start as well. That's not slow. Coin Scarlet Crusader. Okay, I've got something to rectify my curve a little. I've got a coin 3 into a 3, but I need my opponent to miss the dagger when they cast a minion this turn. Miss. It has to miss. Fuck. I hate you.
Join or die.
I could have got so much more value if it just missed. Like, that could easily change the game. Like, I would have a 3-1. Whoa. Has the game frozen, or is my mouse just dead? Hup! Mouse is back alive.
To my side.
That is weird. Guess I could attack ping that. I don't think so. I think I'll do that. Reason being, I think hunters have a very difficult time doing 1 damage to a creature. Oh, that'll do. Alright. Yeah, I got punished for trying to get some value there. Stranglethorn Tiger is better right now because next turn I could Water Elemental Frostbolt, whereas next turn I cannot Stranglethorn Tiger Frostbolt.
Truth is my shield.
Polymorph time! This is perfect. Okay. So they're trailing by 1 card and trailing on board. It's pretty good for us. Oh, man. Oh, no, wait. I don't have any 3 cost spell damage cards. Ooh, do I just Frostbolt both? No, that can't be right. It's... No. Play a 4-drop, then Frostbolt that one. Yeah, I attack the face because Houndmaster buffing this still doesn't kill this, and then the Fire Blast gets to resume and kill the Bloodfen. I assume, yeah, the Bloodfen's just gonna have to trade, so it was 5 free damage.
I let the dogs out.
Oh, he let the dogs out.
I'm ready.
This is setting up for Frostbolt plus Fire Blast to clear the board next turn. Which I can also play Frostbolt, Fire Blast.
North, Reds!
No, I can't Sunwalker on top of that, damn it. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that's not going to be enough again. Damn it. Alright, now I'm running low on value for my cards. Opponent has a more aggressive kind of hero ability, so they're more likely to be going for face. But if they do, I might just straight up outvalue them forever. That's not good. Another Houndmaster and we lose. Oh, shit. Sunwalker's going to be really effective right now, but is it going to be enough?
Truth is my shield.
I don't know. Oof. Houndmaster? It's gotta be a Houndmaster. I mean, targeting your own Stampeding Kodo from a top deck card, that's a Houndmaster, 100% of the time, I think. Oh, actually, to try and keep it out of health range... Oh, no, it's a Houndmaster. I was right.
I'm not ready.
Attack? No. Interesting. It's not really interesting. That's worth playing right now. I don't think I need to put the damage in on that Ogre Magi. Okay, so I'm ahead. I just need to... I need to have a board position and I need to continue attacking. Because I'm bleeding 2 damage per turn.
Back, you scurvy dogs. Bombs away!
Justice shall prevail.
Figured. Okay, draw no relevant cards. I have no heals in my deck, so I just need to not die. Which is easier said than done. Okay, I have a total of 15 damage on board. I need my opponent not to have 2 damage in hand. I have 16 damage on board with my hero power, so... If that's a Houndmaster, I lose. I win.
Well played.
Oh my god. Oh. Can you hear the happy? My soul is singing. I think 8-0 or 7-1 we cut to a final part. 7-1? No, I think either 8-0 or 8-1 depends on what happens next. That's, of course, assuming that I just don't lose. Or lose the next 3, rather.
Jaina
Beggaroo! The warlock.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
I have enough Frostbolts that I'm fairly likely to top deck one. I don't like that. That's a lot of low attack minions. They all need, like, pings to supplement, but then the problem is, if you ping, you slow down on tempo. If your opponent is a tempo-based deck, like if they're kind of like Zoo or something like that, like, if they flood if they're tempo or aggro, rather, you kind of just get fucked for trying to go value in the early game. If I get a Frostbolt in any time, everything's fixed, though. Because that transforms this into a 2-3, which is a great minion, right? And Frostbolt removes something as well, so I'd be in a really good position. If my opponent plays nothing this turn, also I'm in a pretty good position. Because then I get Haunted Creeper out for free, and then I can Haunted Creeper plus Mana Worm to kill something if desperate. Oh, that's the coin. What are we gonna see?
It's time for a little.
How many Berserker? Damn it. Precisely the type of thing I did not want to see. Okay, so without damaging their own Imani Berserker, they're not going to be able to remove my Frostbolt. Frost. They will not be able to remove my Frostworm this turn. They can kill my my Haunted Creeper, but then they have to kill something else as well to stop me from killing the Imani Berserker with just the Haunted Creeper.
So many possibilities.
Or play a taunt. But since they've used a coin, I can't think of too many 2-mana taunts they're going to play. I mean, there's a Noyatron, I guess. Frostwolf Grunt? No one's playing Frostwolf Grunt.
So many possibilities.
Come on, B, Gary. Let's see what you can do.
Drag no
Gary.
stupid.
Trog, no stupid.
Almost out of time.
I guess they're deciding what to do with their attack with the Imani Berserker. I'm not entirely certain they decided wrong now. I cannot believe that top deck, though. That's insane. Because I get to develop a minion of greater value than I have any fucking business developing right now. Their strongest play would be a Shattered Sun Cleric that buffs the Stone Splinter Trog, so it gets to kill the Mana Worm, because then my only response can be using my Flesh-Eating Ghoul to kill the Stone Splinter Trog, which now has enough damage to kill my Flesh-Eating Ghoul in response. I'm not particularly enjoying the lack of 4-drops. I either need to top deck a 2-drop or a 4-drop next turn to kind of keep in this game. Keep momentum, that is. I'm definitely not ahead right now. Drain life attack? Really? That's pretty good for me. That's a 4-drop. I'll play it. Because I've got a 5 to follow up, so not particularly bad. My opponent's being very responsive in what they're doing. I mean, it's taking them a long time, so in that way they're not being responsive, but it's the fact that they're kind of dealing with all of my things very specifically. Yeah, I'm not trading a 4-drop for a 3-drop. If my opponent wants to make that trade, they can try and make it themselves, but they've got to be hopeful that they don't hit my Spectral.
Squire, attend me.
Okay.
Ready, sir.
Wait.
That wasn't great for me, though.
For Kel'Thuzor!
For the crusade!
I'm diluting the board of targets that are worth hitting. Of course, if I get Hellfired, I guess. Hellfire also removes his minion, though, so... His best attack would be trying to get the Ogre Brute to hit the Scarlet Crusader and then Hellfire, if that's his plan. But then I get the board back. 9 times out of 10, I get the board back and it'll be empty, and then I get to War Golem. Hopefully the War Golem doesn't get Siphon Sold. Fingers crossed.
So many possibilities.
You know, take candle.
That could be Hellfire, I guess. Shadow Flame, oh shit! That was really good. That's actually pretty good for him. That's gotta try and kill this. If it misses, it's great for me. Yep. That's amazing for me.
Join or die. Let the dark in.
So I've only got one really big minion on the board, I guess, but... I mean, it's a problem. I've got to start making my opponent bleed so that they can't just life tap, get card advantage over me, and then overwhelm me. Right? I've got to make them really regret every life tap.
Magic detected.
Every single time they life tap, I want them to think, fuck, is this right? Can I afford this? Fuck. Fuck. That's what I want. Having the Sludge Belcher out is amazing for me, though. So many removal options for them, for him killing my War Golem have just been removed. Got exactly 11 damage currently on board, 12 if I supplement from hands. Oh look, it's the Happy Bomb. Yay! Glad to see it. I guess I ping that rather than trade my 1-1. Because the 1-1 is consistent damage. Yeah, I ping that. Well, that gives my opponent cards that I didn't really want my opponent to have, but, you know, that's okay. Hellfire doesn't kill the Azure Drake or the War Golem, which is really important, and also costs my opponent 3 health. Okay, more deploy for the card draw. It also opens up a realm of possibilities for removing the War Golem, which is like charge minion plus power overwhelming, charge minion plus spell, charge minion plus... Or just a powerful charge minion like the Reckless Rocketeer, even though that's overcosted. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Also, I have two more Frostbolts in my deck. I'm in a pretty good position. Yeah, I'm in a pretty amazing position against this. Come on. Try me. They're considering the tap. They're looking at the tap button and like, fuck, I need a card. But if I get a card, I might lose. I'm thinking we get to about here and then they tap and then concede. Hop. Wow, Sludge Belcher in hand and they still... That's impressive. If I get a Frostbolt, I win the game, by the way. So... That's why I'm immediately going to do this. No Frostbolt. The second Frostbolt still would have saved me, because it would have done 5 damage, so I wouldn't have needed to do the ping. Well played.
Well played.
There's no way they have lethal with those 2 cards. So I'm just going to change my score to 8-0. They're probably going to try and do some flashy self-kill with life tap and then some spell to their own face, if I had to guess. If they have it.
I am the blade of the gods.
Oh! Health to the hero restored. Oh no, Dark Bomb.
Well played.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dig around. This person was a nice opponent. I really enjoyed versing them. Okay. That's gonna be it for this part, I think. No, I'll play one more match. No matter what happens, I'll cut to part 3 afterwards. That makes sense to me. Dear God, this comes out in 2 days' time. Whew. Trying to get ahead of my schedule. Hearthstone Arena is the one most difficult to get ahead of my schedule with, because every Hearthstone Arena episode is, you know, either 40 minutes long or 3 hours long. Whereas every other one, I record for an hour and I've got 3 episodes, right? Ugh. Hearthstone Arena is the biggest time sink I have so far. Even Binding of Isaac Rebirth, every single day is easier. Because it's a smaller file. I'm just thinking, internet woes, man. I fucking hate the Australian internet. It's so bad.
With honor.
You asked for
It's
it.
so difficult. Like, I've got to be uploading almost 100% of the time in order to have 3 videos up a day. It's tragic. Because I keep thinking, how am I going to cover Blackrock Mountain, right? Because I can only put up 2 videos a day. Sorry, 3 videos a day. And that's with 100% of the capacity that I have to do that. It's not really possible to do 4. That's Venge. That is Avenge. So I want to make sure that my opponent never gets 2 minions on board if I can help it.
Reporting for duty.
I don't want to attack this one, because then it goes down to consecration range. I didn't have an on-curve drop, but I do have a water elemental next turn. So hopefully I get to take care of whatever they play with what I currently have on the board, so I get to play the water elemental. Uh-oh. Shit. That's powerful. I need to take care of it, though. That's really annoying. That's really frustrating. That cost me a lot. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just had to trade one of my legitimate cards for a coin, basically. Ugh, fuck. And since I didn't get to stay on curve, my water elemental is now, you know, not stopping the fucking thing the water elemental is meant to be stopping. At least I got to develop another minion. So you can waste your charge of the... Oh, fucking hell. They've given themselves enough damage to kill the water elemental. Such scum. They've got value over me. They definitely have value over me. I'm gonna kill it. If that Avenge never triggers, I win the game instantly. Plus, I've got Flesh-Eating Ghoul Engine Shieldmaster that can come out next turn.
Did someone say Bob?
Ah. Oops.
Get behind me.
Yeah, forcing that Avenge to never trigger has lost me the game. Yeah. I have scarcely a way back into this. So now I'm giving my opponent a 5-4. I have to turn the Silverhand Recruit into a 5-4. Like, I have no other option.
I'll take him.
Luckily, my opponent doesn't have the 1 damage on top of the Sword of Justice they need to kill the Booty Bay Bodyguard. Otherwise, we would have some more severe troubles. Ugh. Been wearing this headset for about 6 hours now, so...
Heels up. Red alert.
Okay, ping attack, easy.
Reporting for duty.
Oh my god. I fucking hate this world. This is the shittiest world.
Join or die.
And that makes that powerful enough to trade for that. Then that protects that, so I have to play the Taz Dingo rather than the Stranglethorn. Oh my god! Well, 2 cards trade for that, I guess. Frostbolt is amazing. If I draw Frostbolt, I'm so happy! We drew a Frostbolt! I don't care what happens to the rest of the match, we drew that Frostbolt when we needed it. We have the Frostbolt. Sludge Belcher is pretty important right now.
Join or die.
Oh hey, they're totally gonna trade. Well, at least they're only getting 1 card from it. Hand of Protection.
Must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, so that it kills my strength. Another Frostbolt? No, of course not. Well, I have to kill it. That's unfortunate, but it has to happen. Right? I can't let my opponent draw that many cards on top of it. Otherwise, I will just immediately lose the game. Sad but true fact. So now it's just about who top decks the most valuable cards. Those are pretty good. For early game minions, those are pretty good. That's amazing. If you're keeping score, that was incredible. And I lose. I cannot answer that. I have Cone of Cold. That is my best answer.
Reporting for duty.
Huh? Are we going to top deck the Cone of Cold? Boom, and... Nope. Like, it takes that plus that to remove this, and then all of the 1/1s can remove this. Like, it doesn't really matter. They can clear the board, and then my opponent still has that. And that's off me top decking one of the most valuable cards in my deck, because it top decks another card.
Reporting for duty. Justice.
That almost deals with it, but unfortunately it gets to turn around and kill my Bomb Lobber. Argent Protector at almost any point will win the video game. I've got to kind of just, like, always kill his reinforce. I need to top deck a big card and my opponent to get 0 big cards. It's a pretty big card. Because it takes care of the weapon in order to kill the Divine Shield, and then it takes care of the doggy, and it's still alive. Really depends. If that's Blessing of Kings... It's not Blessing of Kings.
Reporting for duty.
Attack. Yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't exactly make sense, but okay.
Justice shall prevail.
If that's going to run into mine anyway, there's no reason for me to remove it. Fucking hell! How many Hammers of Wrath do you have? That shit is going to ruin me. Because it removes something and draws them a card. That's incredible. Like, the value in that is insane. Oh my god. Next big card they get, they can win. I still have... Yeah. I still have the War Golem in my deck, but at the moment, since my opponent has 2 1/1s on the field, War Golem will die. I can't Frostbolt right now.
Reporting for duty.
If I Frostbolt, I stop 6 damage to myself this turn, but it doesn't save me from anything, really. I need to save Frostbolt for targets I can actually remove, and then get better things for the targets I can't remove.
Reporting for duty.
Not on my watch.
Yep. There's the Archon Protector that I told you was going to end the game. I still have a Cone of Cold in this deck, though. Ooh, shit, I still have that as well. Unfortunately, I don't get to use my hero power this turn. Bang. Bang. There we go. Do it. Yeah.
Reporting for duty. Justice.
Oh my god. I cannot believe how the end of this game is going. Oh well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This stops me from dying this turn. And it leaves me with another minion on field. Whee! I'm not dead yet. I'm on 1 health, so any amount of damage will kill me. Oh, you have to go removal. Interesting. Yeah, you go face with that, obviously. The only way that I can stop my opponent killing me next turn is with Cone of Cold. That does not do it. That is not a Cone of Cold. That is commonly, that card is commonly known as not a Cone of Cold. I'm gonna give my opponent a chance not to be a dick. Just kill me. Cool. I like that person. Now, I'm cutting to part 3 now, right, I believe? Yes. Alright. You'll be able to find a link to part 3 down in the description below. Hope to see you there.